We're starting off today with a video that will make you question what you just watched. This man was in the woods when he saw what looked like decayed hands buried in the ground. Concerned that someone had buried a corpse there, he went to take a look, only to discover that the hands were moving. I don't know where this man got his courage from, but he was bold enough to poke the hand, and this is what happened when he did.
Aí a gente acha que ele morreu. Tá só se refrescando na areia. Olha só. Opa. E aí, beleza? Perturbando, né? Ih, Mato Grosso quente.
Do you know what that is? It's an armadillo. This is a fascinating creature that is famous for its bony, protective shell, and also manages to look like a corpse sometimes. Armadillos are also very good diggers, and are known for burrowing, which is what our little friend here was doing when this man came across him. Have you ever seen an armadillo before? Let me know in the comments section. There are so many strange animals that exist, and you're about to see one of them. To be honest, I'm not even sure if this creature should be called an animal, but I'll leave you to make your own decision about what it is after you watch this video. The way this creature reacts to touch is quite scary. I found myself twitching whenever it did. From the color to the shape, everything about this creature that was found deep in the ground is weird. A lot of people have different theories about what this might be. Some said it's a mudfish, while others said it's a species of salamander. What do you think? We're moving on with a video of a strange creature that was captured on CCTV at a person's home. This time, the strange creature is not animal-like, but is something like a human. This video is very interesting and strange at the same time, and I'd love to know what you think about it. But first, take a look at this video. This strange creature appeared sometime after midnight, and you can see it act quite human. Apart from the fact that it's tiny and floats, you might even mistake it for a human by the way it acts. Pulling out chairs, playing with water, whatever this creature is, it has definitely spent a lot of time observing humans and is now trying to act like us. What do you think this creature is? A ghost or an alien? Let me know what you think in the comments section. Do you know what a blue-tongued skink is? I didn't know about it until I watched this video, and I've decided to educate you on this fascinating animal. Take a look at this video.
Look at these little cuties. Hello, sweetheart. Hey? Another mating pair of eastern shinglebacks. Look at that little face. Hey? Lucky I've seen you. Hey? I was driving through this way. You're alright, I'm not gonna hurt ya. Hey? The male just chilling over here. Seems to be the theme. Are you gonna go that way? Go on, tuk tuk. Alright, better go by man. He's just chilling over here. Hey mate. Look, there's your wife, mate. You better get back to her. She's a bit cranky. Ooh. Alright, it's a kiss. I thought he was getting a bite then, but I think it's a bit of smooching. Oh, how good is that? Beautiful. I absolutely love shinglebacks. Look at them go. You're alright, sweetheart. I'll go so you don't have to worry. Bloody beautiful.
If you paid attention, you'd notice that this animal had a blue tongue, which is where the name came from. Blue-tongued skinks are lizards that can be found in places like Australia, New Guinea, and Indonesia, and they are known for their blue tongues that they use to scare predators away, as well as their wide triangular head that gives them a strong appearance. The particular species in this video is known as the shingleback skink, and this is because of its stumpy tail that looks like its head. This lizard is definitely one of the most fascinating animals ever, and it also makes for a great pet. I might be traveling to Australia to get myself one soon. We're not done with the strange and fascinating animals yet. In fact, this one is actually a really weird one. Take a look at this.
어이, 잘 뒤집어지는데, 어이, 만능이야, 어이, 어이, 야, 어이, 대단한데, 어이, 물겠다는 거야? 어쭈, 물어봐.
This creature kind of looks similar to what we saw in an earlier video, but I still don't have any idea of what it might be. It has a super weird shape and seems to be really sensitive to touch. I want to know if any of you has ever come across this animal before, or if you know what it is called. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments section. Have you ever seen a tornado forming in the sky? It is one of the most beautiful yet scary things you can ever witness. Today, I have a video that allows you to witness this moment, even if it's not physically. A man was lucky enough to get a video of this, and he uploaded it for others to also see what he saw. Let's take a look. This tornado seems like one that would be quite unusual, partly because the vortex is taking an unusual shape, but also because I can see the dead man walking in the tornado. If you don't know what that is, it's when the vortexes of a tornado form to look like a person walking. When this happens, it means that the tornado is going to be a deadly one. If you didn't see the dead man walking, you can go back to watch the video again. Have you ever witnessed a tornado forming? Tell me about it in the comments section. How big is the biggest turtle you have ever seen? No matter what your answer is, I'm sure it's not as big as the turtle I'm about to show you in this next video. This video was taken on a beach where a giant turtle was seen trying to make its way back into the ocean. The turtle was quite the spectacle, with many of the beachgoers stopping their fun to watch it. And to be honest, I can't blame them. I probably would have stared at it too if I was there. But since we weren't there to stare at it in person, we get to watch this video as many times as we want. Take a look. That is one giant turtle. I didn't even know turtles could be that big. I wonder where it came from, and if it made it to where it wanted to go. No matter what the backstory of this turtle is, one thing is for sure. These beachgoers had the best experience of their life. Seems like we have a lot of strange animals to discuss today. The next video is a video of another super strange animal, and I'd love to know what you think about it. But first, let's watch this video. It looks like a lizard and a really tiny man at the same time. I have no idea what it actually is, and at this point, I'm almost convinced it's an alien. I'm sure you agree with me, and if you don't, I'd really love to know what you think this creature is. This next video is going to require all your attention, so drop everything else you're doing right now. This person was standing outside their house, trying to enjoy good weather, when they looked up in the sky and saw a strange circle with a ball of black cloud hanging onto it. Sounds strange, right? Wait till you watch the video. At first they thought it might have been a UFO, which is why they started recording, but things got even weirder. Let's take a look at this video.
Das fotografieren? Ich habe keine Ahnung. Ja, das ist ganz anders, schau. Ich weiß wirklich nicht, was das ist. Was ist das da? Löst das ja auf? Nein, es löst sich nicht auf. Nicht? Nicht die Wolken drin.
I can't be the only one who saw different animals as the cloud was dissipating. I saw a lion, a gorilla, a wolf. I think I even saw what looked like a man in pain at one point. This was super strange to me, and I'm wondering whether it was strange to you as well. Please let me know if I was just imagining seeing all those animals in the sky. We're not done with the strange animals yet. This next video shows a strange animal exhibiting a really strange behavior. It's interesting and scary at the same time, and I'd love to know what you think about it. Let's watch this.
Dia punya kuku ini, abang potong dulu kuku tadi. Mana ya, Rob?
Parah.
Bo, habis dah.
Ini, natusun telinga nih.
Natusin telinga na. Eh, apa telinga na?
At first glance, I thought the animal in the cage was a rabid dog trying to tear itself out of the cage, but the longer the video went on and the animal was shown, the more I started to doubt myself. By the end of the video, I was asking myself if it really was a dog, and I still don't have an answer to that question. All I know is that animal seems dangerous, and I'm scared of what it might do if it makes it out of that cage. Do you think this is a dog, or is it something else? Did you know some animals can have two heads? It's an extremely rare condition called polycephaly, and it can happen in different animals. We recently featured a two-headed cow in one of our videos, but this time, we have a two-headed turtle for you. How exciting is that? Before we talk more on it, let's take a look at this turtle. Polycephaly is a really fascinating condition, and it's always interesting to see animals that suffer from this condition. A lot of them don't survive for long due to difficulty breathing, eating, and some other complications, but there are some exceptional cases where they live for years if they're specially taken care of. Things like this make me so amazed by how powerful nature can be. With all the animals we've learnt about today, we might be qualified to become veterinarians. And we're still not done. We still have more animals for you. This next video is one of an animal called the silvery marmoset, and it is definitely a very unique looking animal. Let's take a look. The silvery marmoset is a small primate that can be found living in trees in South America. As you can see, it looks like a monkey, but has a really striking appearance that differentiates it from one. Starting from the color of its fur to its extremely large ears and pinkish face, this animal is a very unusual one. Did you know about the silvery marmoset before today? And have you seen it before? Let me know your answers in the comments section. How long do you think the longest fish is? Definitely not as long as the fish in this video. This fish was so long that it required a crane to lift it out of the water. I don't have any idea what specific fish it is or what the exact measurements are. All I know is that it's the longest fish I have ever seen in my life. Take a look at this.
Déjala ahí, no va a quedar ahí en la... Viene la tele, viene la tele.
How amazing. I have so many questions about this fish, but if someone can tell me what kind of fish it is, I'd be really happy. This next video is proof that the dogman exists. This man who lives in a cabin in the middle of the woods got back home one day, and while he was about to park his car, he saw something very shocking. For a moment, the headlights of his car caught what looked like the dogman standing at the edge of the trees. This video was taken by the dash cam of the man's car. Watch this. The dogman runs quickly when the light gets to him, so you might need to watch it a few times to really see him. There's a bit of an argument on whether that was actually the dogman or if it was Bigfoot. Which side are you on? We're wrapping up today with a video of a horse. Now you might be wondering, what is special about a horse? Well, you're about to see that this horse is no ordinary one. Take a look. I have never seen a horse do this before, and I'm really wondering what this horse is up to. Why is it trying so hard to stand, even when its head keeps hitting the roof of the stable? Is this a horse trick, or is there something else going on? I've never had horses before, so I don't know what's normal behavior for one. All I know is that this is impressive and weird at the same time. If you know what's going on with this horse, let me know in the comments section. This video was posted on the Aliens and UFOs group on Facebook by a passenger on an airplane. They were enjoying the scenery of being up in the sky and able to see the clouds up close when they noticed some strange movements in the clouds. Looking closer, it looked like a cluster of lights tucked between the clouds, so they quickly got their camera out and took this video for us. Now, the people on this Facebook group believe these cluster of lights to be a sign of aliens, or perhaps what UFOs look like in some sort of early stage. I don't disagree. In fact, it only makes sense for those lights to be alien activity, especially when you notice that the lights are pulsing. They're definitely not just lights in the sky. They seem alive. There have also been reports that this kind of cluster of 6 lights was once seen in the French Alps in 1973. It has to mean something, because what are the chances that something meaningless occurs twice? Let me know what you think about this. Some time ago, the country of Turkey experienced an earthquake that was very dangerous. It killed a lot of people, and even more people lost their homes. The earthquake was seen as just another unfortunate natural disaster, but what if it wasn't just that? What if this earthquake was caused by something else? Let's say, for example, alien activity. I promise you, I'm not just making this theory up. There's actually proof to suggest there might have been more going on than we thought. Look at this. Just hours before the earthquake began, this cloud was seen in the sky in a part of Turkey. As you can see, not only is the cloud a weird color, it is also extraordinarily large, and in a weird shape that clouds don't usually come in. What does it mean that this cloud appeared, and then there was an earthquake after? Where did the cloud come from, and why does it look like that? I have so many questions regarding this, and while I don't have any answers right now, I do know that something fishy is definitely going on. Have you ever seen or heard of a tree walking? Neither have I, but we're in for a treat because this next video captures a real-life tree walking out of the woods on its own. Let's take a look. Even though this might seem unbelievable, I don't doubt much that happens in this world anymore, because I have seen some strange things. That's why I'm not quick to rule this out as fake, just as some of you are right now. I watched this video numerous times and looked as closely as possible to see if there was a person carrying the tree, but there was genuinely nothing but the tree walking on its own. I've never seen a walking tree before, but the person videoing this seems very calm, so maybe walking trees are more common than we think. And if aliens are real, then why can't trees walking be real too? This couple living outside Bradford, PA saw a real ghost in the forest. The area is pretty well known for ghosts and strange occurrences, and this couple decided that they were going to go into the forest and see if they would find any strange persons or things. It took a lot of patience and courage, but they were eventually able to capture a ghost on camera. Take a look.
We are walking. And we're walking.
No more holding her purse.
And we're walking. And my husband's weird, taking me out to the forest so a lion can get me. Ooh, what is that in the tree way up there?
A lion.
Look,
Where?
the dark part way up there.
Dark?
Did you see it?
No. You better tell me before we get too close.
Right up there.
And up?
Yeah, way at the very top.
You're tripping. Point it out with the camera. Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
it's just part of tree that I guess.
Okay, then stop trying to freak people out and follow me.
Good.
Hold on. What?
I'm going in the gold with you.
You can see it all you want. Keep on walking. Just make sure you don't drip on me.
I'm trying to watch around.
Stupid rain. Okay, let's go and go down the path where the Coco Mans live.
No, I don't go that far down. It's scary. I want him to jam up here. Hey,
Take it. Wait. These trees are huge. I can't look up because I don't want to get water on the land. A long way. And that's where you go, driving stuff. Got it?
Yeah.
There's the bonfire pit. Whoa. That was weird.
What?
I just saw something run across the screen.
You liar.
Where'd it go? How do you stop this?
I don't know, Ben.
No, it was like a shadow. How do I stop this?
The ghost passed so quickly that if you blinked, you'd have missed it. If you didn't see it the first time, feel free to rewind and watch your screen closely so you don't miss it this time. After uploading this video, many of their neighbors have come out to say they had been seeing ghosts for a while, but thought they were crazy. I think it's crazy that these people were able to get the ghost on camera, so kudos to them. Did you see the ghost? What do you think? Did you know that some people can actually walk through doors? The only times I've seen someone walk through the door has been in movies. Somewhere in Russia, a CCTV camera caught this man simply walking through a door like it's a normal, everyday thing. I don't know if this man is an alien or a wizard, but that was so cool. He just casually strolls through the door like that is the normal way to do things. I wouldn't mind having that as a superpower. What do you think about this? Real or fake? I say real, but let's hear your arguments in the comments section. A woman nearly had a heart attack when she opened her oven and saw that the fish she was cooking was moving on its own. I don't blame her. I might have left my house altogether. Thankfully, she's braver than I am and managed to get us a video of this strange occurrence. Here's a look at the moving dead fish. That thing just keeps bouncing and moving wildly. Some people have said that this is usually caused by the meat or fish being extremely fresh. In this case, the muscle cells are still somewhat active and will react towards irritating things like salt or extreme heat by moving around. However, those movements are usually small twitches and not full body movements or jumping around like we saw in this video. Some people have taken another route of explanation and say that the oven is haunted. I might be moving towards that theory more. I just don't believe there is any other reason a dead fish should be moving around that much. One thing is for sure, this woman might never try eating fish again in her lifetime. If you've heard the sound of owls outside your window before, it might not have been owls after all. This man heard what he thought was an owl making some noises outside his house and decided to go out with the intention of chasing it away so he could sleep peacefully. But just as he was about to step outside his house, something told him it might be better to stay indoors and take a peek instead. Peeking outside his curtains while recording, he tried to see if it was actually an owl that was disturbing, and what he saw made him very thankful. He decided not to go out. Watch this. I don't even know what to call that creature, except scary. Not only does it look scary, it is making some scary noises as well. The creature moves from the top of the truck and quickly floats towards the man, who quickly closes his curtain and runs for his life. I would do the same. It's a good thing he remained indoors. Who knows what might have happened if he didn't? For those of you who don't believe in ghosts, this is another chance for you to change your mindset. This next video is definitely proof that ghosts might exist after all. This Spanish man was on his way to his room when he heard the sound of a child's laughter coming from the room. This was very strange and scary because he doesn't live with any children. There was no logical answer as to why there would be a child laughing in his room. Deciding to record as evidence in case something happened, the man made his way to the window of his room and peeked through the glass. He saw the silhouette of a child laughing and became even more scared. But what was even more shocking was that when he rushed into the room hoping to catch the child, there was nothing there. Look at this. If that isn't strange, I don't know what else is. How can a child just disappear if it wasn't a ghost? If you have a logical answer for that, let me know in the comments section. I know there are a lot of animals in the world, and we possibly don't know all of them, but when I see some animals like this one in this video, I wonder if they're from Earth or aliens from another planet. These people were on a night out, and on returning to their car, they were greeted by a strange-looking animal holding on to their car.
一条跳，你这个飞去，飞对。
在狗狗的车，哎呦，很大只嘞，很
飞的。
他们不叫蝙蝠嘞，他们不叫什么？
对，叫什么？差不多了。来嘞，最小。
什么可以啦？
这是恶的。
Some people have said that it's a flying fox, but that animal doesn't look like a fox to me in any way. It has to be something stranger. I'm not even sure it's from this world. Have you ever seen an animal like that? I haven't, and I'll love to hear what your theories are on this strange looking animal. Do you believe in guardian angels? This man definitely does after being saved from a ghastly accident by one. Before you start doubting, there is video evidence that a supernatural being was involved. Let's look at this. There is no logical theory on how that could have happened. It has to be supernatural. We just saw a person move a car out of the way of an accident using extraordinary speed and strength. If that didn't happen, there probably would have been lives lost from the accident that would have occurred. That man is extremely lucky and would probably live the rest of his life thanking his guardian angel for saving him from such a painful death. All I know is, there's no reason to not believe guardian angels are real after watching this video. Earthquakes are a well-known natural disaster that involves the ground shaking and things being forcefully moved by the power of the quake. But what do you call a phenomenon where cars are being picked up from the ground without an earthquake? Well, I don't know the answer to that either. Drivers were on the road, going about their day as usual when these two trucks got lifted off the ground. You can see the other cars on the road stop when they notice the strange thing happening around them. They were driving on a flat road, so there's no way they could have naturally flown off the ground. And there were no earthquakes at the time that could also explain the cars being forcefully moved off the ground. No matter how much I think about it, there's no explanation for this strange occurrence. It doesn't make any sense. Let me know if you understand what went on better than I do. This last video would make you wonder just how many strange animals are living in this world with us. Many of them have not been discovered yet, but every day, one more strange animal is seen somewhere in the world. These men happen to come across a dead reptile-looking animal, and it is the definition of strange.
Что такое-то, а? Бля, мужики, вы в это в интернет скиньте с фотоаппарата, а?
Да.
Посмотри, у меня фотоаппарата нету, слышите, а? Ё, вы его здесь оставьте, слышите?
Ага.
А может, кто пошутил, а? Да нет, бля, да не только ты руками-то ради бога, а? Руки помой потом.
Да.
It looks like a combination of different animals. Its head resembles that of a wolf, and its body has a skin pattern that hasn't been seen on any other kind of animal. It is also bulky in a way that confuses you as to what species of animal it could actually be. And let's not forget the part of the body that looks like fins. Why would an animal that looks like that have fins? It's just another day in this world, with us wondering what something could be, but never knowing what it actually is. Maybe we will find out one day, who knows? This man living in Romania had been hearing strange noises outside his house for a while, so he decided to go through his CCTV records when he saw this weird humanoid creature passing through his gated yard. As you can see, the creature looks human, but not quite human at the same time, and it has got thousands of people speculating on what it could be. One person said it's definitely a feral ghoul, and somebody else said it's just an old woman walking by. But where do you see an old woman with long legs that bend awkwardly, a hunchback, and a long crow-like face? Besides, it is a gated yard, so I don't see how an old woman would have been able to break into the yard. I think the creature is probably like an alien that was trying to pretend to be an old person with a cane. I don't believe it's an old person, but what do you think? Let me know your theories about this creature in the comments section. If you've ever wanted to see a real Bigfoot on camera, then you're in luck, because this man in Georgia has a video for you. This Georgian man said that he saw a Bigfoot run across a road and into the woods, so he decided to get his camera out and chase after the animal. After running as fast as he can for a long time, he is able to catch up to the animal and take different shots of it. Take a look at this. Amazing, right? If you were paying attention, you would hear a very deep growling from the animal as the man continues to follow it. The growling sounds quite scary, but it was even worse in person. He says that he took the growling as a warning from the Bigfoot, so he turned around and left it alone. This is a rare video that many people would like to see, so he uploaded it on his social media. What do you think about this Bigfoot chase? I say it's real, but let me know if you disagree. This video was posted on TikTok by a man named Danny. He was on his way back from a Halloween party with his son and his dog when they witnessed something spooky in the drain. The dog was the first to notice that something was wrong in the sewer, lingering and barking. They tried running away, but were only led to an even more spooky house on the block with windows blown out. Danny speculates that there might be a hole underground the house that leads to the drain, so they go back to the drain to investigate and find out what the spooky creature is when this happens.
I think there's people in the sewer, so we start running, right? Naturally, we run straight into the creepiest house on the block. I mean, look at this thing.
That's a spooky house.
Yeah, he loves this stuff. I mean, look at this house. I mean, windows are broken out, graffiti all over it. There might be a hole underground that leads right to the sewer because, you know, Rowan's got his pinwheel and he loves it. Man, I'm telling you, there's something in there. I mean, Rowan can smell it. I mean, Daryl can smell it.
What is it, Daryl? Oh, what is that?
And Rowan hears it. You know, look at him. Then my phone tweaks out of nowhere. And then this happened.
Oh, my light went out. Whoa, what is that? That's where my light went out. What is it, Daryl? I can't see. What is it? What is that? Whoa!
Nope, I'm out.
That is one of the most spooky things I've seen. First, his phone starts tweaking out for no reason, and then there's the growl that came and scared the little boy and Danny himself. What do you think was going on in that drain? For those of you who believe in aliens, but have never found any evidence to prove your point, I have good news for you. Someone who believes in aliens was standing by the side of the road at night when they saw this amazing sight. Watch. As you can see, this creature cannot be anything but an alien. It has about 8 legs and looks like a mega octopus. It's just walking along the road at night, minding its business. The creature probably thought there would be nobody outside since it was late at night, but thankfully, this person was able to get the footage of this creature moving around on Earth. Do you agree that is an alien, or do you think it's something else? Now, this next video will have you wondering just what creatures live with us on this Earth. These men were about to get into their truck and drive off when they noticed something strange on one of the tires. It looked like a regular tree branch at first, but the more they looked at it, the more it seemed like it was moving in ways a tree branch shouldn't be able to move. So they got the fantastic idea of poking the supposed tree branch with a stick to see how it would react, and this is what happened.
The fuck? Bruh. Oh, dog, his mouth's open. Bro, what is this? Look at that.
Poke its neck.
Neck, look. Oh, fuck! I got scared, I ain't gonna lie. Bro.
Poke its body.
Bro, what if he attacks me?
And get that butt, boy. Ooh.
Oh, shit! Turns out the tree branch is not a tree branch at all, but a weird creature that was pretending to be a tree branch. As you can see, the creature moves around in weird shapes as it is poked, and it is actually quite scary. I have never seen a thing like this in my life. What is this creature? If you have any idea, let me know in the comments section. Somewhere in the Middle East, something strange and exciting happened. Road users were driving by when they noticed something cloud-like fall from the sky to the ground. It looked like a soft, foamy mass, almost like cotton candy that kept stretching and contorting to different shapes. Then it left the ground and took to the sky again.
هذه السحابة سبحان الله لا إله إلا الله حصلتها في المزارع في بدع فارس يعني ما بيني وبينها إلا 5 أمتار الحين ترد.
Curious about what the object was, 2 men followed it as it flew through the sky until it eventually landed on the ground in a remote area. When it landed, it started to separate and divide itself into pieces, some of which floated away. Then it took a standing position like there was someone inside it.
ما حد يصدق أو ما حد يصدق إنها سحابة الحين طاحت في الأرض ونشبت في الشبك. هاي لا كيف تقسمت إلى أجزاء الحين جزء طاح منها ودخل داخل المزارع. سحابة غريبة اشتلت. فأنا اليوم صراحة مستغرب المنطقة هذه أشياء غرايب فيها أشوفها الحين طلعت فوق. هل تصدق يا أخي؟
The men watched the object for a long time, trying to make out what exactly it was and whether it was dangerous or not. After watching enough and being satisfied that the object was harmless, one of them approached it to see what was inside.
ايوه شكرا يا رفيق شكرا. عجائب الدنيا.
You can see the man put his hands inside and sift through the cloud to see if there's anything inside, but he comes up empty. There's nothing inside. What's even more strange is the fact that if you look closely, you can see a shadow in the cloud-like object. The shadow makes it look like there's something inside the cloud, but when the man puts his hands inside, there's nothing. Very strange indeed. Let me know what you think this object might have been. This final video will make chills run down your spine. Uploaded by a TikToker, it shows a demonic and evil creature that is quite honestly the scariest thing I've seen. A shaman is called to exorcise the creature, but it becomes even scarier when they arrive.
Venga, nosotros. Padre Santo. Ave Maria.
You can see the creature struggling and screaming for the shaman to shut up in Spanish. I don't know how those people stood there, because I'd have bolted at the first scream. What is that creature and where did it come from? I think it might be a person that has been possessed by an evil spirit. What do you think? Have you ever seen anything scarier? Tell us about the scariest thing you've seen in the comments section. Do you believe sirens exist? Well, I have something that is going to convince you of their existence, whether you believe it or not. On a beach in the south of the Dead Sea, some people were walking around, taking in the scenery, when they saw something absolutely shocking. Watch. That was a siren in a semi-advanced state of decomposition. Look at the open mouth, the jagged teeth, scales on the body. This creature could not be anything else other than a siren. If you paid attention, you could even see its mouth open slightly while the people were examining it. That's definitely a siren. I wonder how it died and washed up to the shore. What are your theories? There are some strange things in this world, but not many are as strange as a floating leaf. Watch this.
Whoa. This leaf is floating in midair. See it?
Yeah, there's nothing touching it.
Whoa, watch out, Mike. Oh no! That is weird. Oh, it's going higher. Oh, shit.
Where have you ever seen a leaf float just like that? Very strange, right? It might look like it's just the wind carrying that leaf around, but when you look closer at just how the leaf is moving, you'll realize there's no way the wind would carry the leaf that way. It's not being blown around, it's outright floating. I wonder how the leaf was doing that, and where it came from. Could it be more than a leaf? Or maybe it came from another world? One thing is for sure, this is a very strange happening, and we're just getting started. We have even more strange things for you. Have you ever heard of the Dogman? This is a mysterious creature that has been seen digging graves in graveyards for a reason unknown to everybody. At first, people thought it was just a random man, maybe a psycho, digging graves to steal treasures or for some other shady purpose. Here's a video of this man digging a grave in a graveyard somewhere.
Yeti oscillating multi-tool features patented duotech oscillation technology, which combines speed and control all in one tool. Faster F80 at Lowe's. Rockwell Tools, because speed is not.
Whose turn to hold the luggage? Now I shine like a diamond in the most awarded minivan of the year. Looking good. I also struggle to parallel park my old minivan. Move it, face! But thanks to the available parallel and perpendicular park.
It looks like it's just a man in a suit digging, but there's actually something more sinister going on here. After seeing this man come around and dig a couple of times, retired park rangers and researchers decided to investigate and find out what was going on. They inspected the holes and found that they were not something that a human could dig. They also found canine prints that led to the woods where this dogman has always been seen coming out of. Guess this dogman is not a man after all. And what's more suspicious is that every time these investigators manage to get some evidence that this dogman is not a man, the evidence mysteriously disappears. What are your theories about what is going on here? Let me know in the comments below. Still speaking of graveyards, seems like that's the place to see the most suspicious and scary things ever. It makes sense, considering it's where dead people live. This video was filmed in a graveyard in Freiburg, Germany, and it scared the person filming almost to death. What was that? It looked like an animal, but scarier. I have no idea what that could be, but if you do, let me know. I'm sure you've always wondered if any sort of creatures live in the sewers. Well, this video is about to satisfy your curiosity. Someone was lucky enough to get a video of a sewer monster called Fatberg. Watch this. Fatbergs are scary-looking monsters that can ruin your day. They are slimy, grimy, and have an extremely rancid smell that will make you wish you never left your house. So if you ever pass through a drain and smell something that seems worse than just pee and poo, it might be the sewer monster trying to ruin your day, just like it ruined this guy's day. The Spanish TikToker named Axel Loza went to an abandoned restroom that was rumored to house some very strange things, and he might have just put his life in danger. He went to the restroom to inspect and see if what people have been saying were true or not, and if he'll find any strange things or creatures there. While at the restroom, he opened stalls, banged doors, and checked every corner for signs of something strange, and he saw nothing. But was there really nothing? Watch.
Te quiero que vean. Estoy ahorita en el baño de la universidad. Pero el pedo ahorita es que acabo de terminar de hacer el baño y pues estaba todo normal. Pero ahorita están ruidos raros y se está tocando la puerta, pero quiero que vean que pues no hay nada. Vean, ahí está mi reflejo, pero vean de este lado, pues aquí no hay nada, vean. Acá tampoco, vean. Aquí tampoco hay nada. Aquí pues tampoco, vean. Y acá el lugar es bastante pequeño y está mi reflejo. Pero a ver, hoy. ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon? No hay nada.
If you paid attention, you'd have seen a pair of eyes watching him from the corner of the last stall towards the end of the video. It's easy to miss, and Axel definitely didn't see it at the time. He eventually left the restroom thinking there was nothing there, but watching the video back, he saw the creature and realized just how much danger he could have been in if that creature had decided to come out and play. Maybe this is why they say you should mind your business. Somewhere in Russia, this man was walking his dog Tarzan and making videos of him while he ran around when he saw something absolutely crazy. He was so shocked he dropped his phone while recording and had to look twice to even remotely believe what he had just seen. Take a look at this shocking video.
Tarzan, опор! А теперь ко мне. Ко мне, Тарзан. Ко мне, я говорю. Тарзан! Тарзан, я сказал, ко мне! Тарзан, ко мне! Что это? Тихо, тихо, Тарзан. Тарзан, тихо, Тарзан. Боже мой, что это было?
That was a flying girl. Can you believe it? An actual person flying. This little girl was just in the air, with her mother watching her like it was a normal occurrence. When they notice the man watching, she immediately flies to the ground, and her mother grabs her hand and they run away. How strange. How many times has this happened? How did this girl get her power of flying? Let me know your theories in the comments section. This guy was hiking in the woods when he saw something that made him run for his life. He had been walking through when something moved around. He paused his hiking to see what it was, but he couldn't really tell at first. He even wondered if it was a cow. But why would a cow be in the woods? Looking closer, he saw that it wasn't a cow, but a very scary creature that was out to get him. Look at this.
Is that a cow? What is that? Oh, frick!
You can see that is clearly not a cow. It looks like a ghost, a mummy, and an alien all in one. I don't even know which one to call it. All I know is this guy made the right decision by running when he did. He might not have lived to upload this video otherwise. The strangest things don't always have to involve people. Sometimes it can be in nature. If you ask these guys, they'll certainly say they have had a paranormal experience. But unlike many other people, they didn't see a ghost or an alien or some other scary creature. They saw rain. These men, together with their female friend, saw rain only falling in one particular spot. The rain was pouring in that one spot, as if someone in the sky was pouring a bucket of water down. Who knows? That might have been what was happening. I've heard of rain falling in one city, but not in another. However, I've never seen or heard of anything like this before. If you have, share your experiences with me. Still on strange things happening with nature, have you ever seen fish fall from the sky? Well, you're about to because it happened in real life, somewhere in this world. People were on the street, moving about their daily life when suddenly, fish began to fall from the sky. They called it fish rain, and I agree because there's no better name for what happened. And these fishes were not dead or diseased. They were healthy, live fish, dropping to the ground for these people to take them and eat. Reminds me of manna dropping down from heaven. These people were probably reminded of that too, because you can hear them in the background thanking God. I know what a UFO is. Everybody knows what a UFO is. But have you ever seen a UFO except in movies? Do you even believe they're real? Or maybe you believe, but you've not found evidence. Somewhere in Italy, some people looked out their window and saw something they were not expecting to see. They saw a UFO. Look at this.
Quelli dell'anno scorso.
No.
Guardalo.
Bello, Anto.
Beh, zitta, fiamma.
Prendi punti di riferimento.
Punti di riferimento, la sega, punti di riferimento.
Che bello, caro.
Beh, ferma, aspetta. Aspetta. Ecco, aspetta, guarda.
No, sta.
Guarda da vicino, corri.
No, ma quanto è grande?
Corri, vai giù a sentire, vai giù dalla nonna, corri.
Aspetta, che cosa?
Corri!
Aspetta!
Se ne va! Cazzo. Se ne va, se ne va, se ne va.
This is such a clear video of this UFO, and I really wonder which supernatural creatures it might be carrying. It might be some aliens coming to Earth for whatever reasons. It might be to harm us, or just to make friends. I guess we'll never know. Do you believe that dragons ever existed in real life? Most people see it as a fairy tale, especially because we've only ever seen evidence of it in fantasy movies. But what if they were actually real? What if I told you that we have video evidence of the existence of dragons? Somewhere in the world, a real-life dragon was found dead, and it has shocked a lot of people who didn't think dragons were real. Let's take a look at the video. At first, I struggled to see how that was a dragon, but the more I watched, the more I believed. The shape and size of it is exactly like what we see in the movies. I guess it's true that they existed then. I wonder how the body of this dragon was found, and how long ago it died. What do you think about this dead dragon? We're not done with the dragon sightings yet, and this next one is even juicier than the last. In the first video, we found a dead dragon, but this video shows us a very much alive dragon. And not only is it alive in the video, it's spitting out fire. Sounds insane, right? But I promise you, that's exactly what's happening in this video. On the 8th of May, 2020, people looked up in the sky to see an extremely surprising sight. Take a look.
我操！刚才一个大雷给这楼全给那干成火花了。 这啥情况啊？哎呦我操！哎呦我操！哎呦我操！哎呦我操！
这个热呀！
哎呦，真的！哎呦我的妈呀！雷电那样的都着火了，这是！哎呦我的妈！这还咋着呢？哎呦我路上了，就这，就还是那样。那颜色不一样吗？一样的，这回更猛烈。我操，咋的了是啊？
看，我又录着了！我操！
Did you see that? If you didn't, feel free to go back and take a look. It took a while for me to see the dragon as well, but watching the video 3 times was worth it. I can't believe I just saw a dragon spitting out fire, and it wasn't in a movie. I wonder how the people who witnessed it felt, and I definitely wish I was there in person as well. How would you react if you saw something like this in real life? Let me know in the comments section. Now, we're moving on to an extremely creepy and weird creature that was found on the beach. This is definitely the creepiest thing I've seen before, and I'm sure you'll agree after watching this video. What could that possibly be? It looks like an animal at first, but then it has legs that are quite human-like. Everything about it is just super strange and uncomfortable. Nothing could have prepared me for how weird that creature turned out to be. It looks like an alien and something out of a horror movie at the same time. I'm just thankful that creature is dead, because it seems like something that would be very dangerous alive. Do you have any idea what this creature is? Share your theories in the comments section. We've seen a lot of strange things happen, but this video might be the most questionable thing you'll see on the internet today. This man was about to buy some pizza, but when he parked his car at the parking lot, he noticed something very strange and questionable. He was seeing the reflection of an orange Corvette in the window of the pizza shop, but when he turned to look for the car in the parking lot, he couldn't find an orange Corvette anywhere. Watch this video he made.
Where is this car that's reflecting on this Boston Pizza window It's a Corvette C8. I seriously don't see that car anywhere. Where's that car? What? Where's that car? Hello, where's that car? Okay, we are back at the same parking lot. As one of the main comments you guys were saying is, go walk up to it. The car is either inside of the pizza parlor or it's a wrap on the window. I don't know. Let's check it out. So I'm walking to it right now. If you look at it actually from this point of view, the reflections look kind of accurate. There's a space, there's the white car reflecting, that's right here. And no, there's like no car in there.
Isn't that strange? How can we see the reflection of the car in the window, only for it to be nowhere to be found in reality? Where did the car disappear to? This makes absolutely no sense. Is it a ghost car? Is there even something like a ghost car? I'm grasping at straws here, just trying to make it make sense. Do you have any better ideas? Every day, new proof that aliens are real keeps coming up, and it makes me so happy that I can prove everyone who doesn't believe wrong. In Russia, a man found a dead alien body at a UFO sightings hotspot. And get this, they found this in 2011. So it's not a recent sighting. This is proof that aliens have been around for a very long time. Before I tell you more about how they found this body, let's take a look at the video. Apparently, the man who found this body was living on a farm with his family when they heard a loud explosion one day. As the man of the house, he went out to check what was going on, only to be met with the body of an alien. He said that he kept the body and mummified it because he was scared that other aliens would come looking for it and he'd have nothing to give them. I don't think anyone can deny that this creature that was found is very unique, and the only way I can think to describe it is as an alien. But let me know if you disagree. Have you ever been scuba diving before? If you have, then you understand the thrill of seeing and swimming with different sea animals. But have you ever gotten attacked by a sea lion before? I would say that brings about a different kind of thrill, and I'm sure the owner of this next video will agree with me. This person went diving and was having fun swimming with the sea lions until one of them playfully attacked. Take a look at this. That was so quick that I didn't even notice it at first, but I'm sure the diver's heart skipped a few beats when they saw the sea lion coming towards them. Has this ever happened to you before, or maybe something similar? Let us know in the comments section. We're moving on to another weird and questionable video. What makes this video strange is that it's just a video of a turkey, or at least that's what it's supposed to be. But the turkey in this video is not a normal one. I'm not even totally sure it's a turkey, but I'll leave you to decide for yourself what it is. Take a look.
ไก่สีเท้านะครับ
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a disfigured turkey. For some reason, its hind legs look like something out of a horror movie, and the turkey looks extremely weird in general. I don't know why it looks like this, or if there's a name or whatever condition it has. If there are any veterinarians in the house, please enlighten us on what's going on with this turkey. Still on strange and weird looking animals, we have another video for you, and I think this one might be more surprising and confusing than the last one. This couple were hanging out outside their house when they saw this strange-looking animal lurking around. It looked like a cross between a lizard and a snake, and was extremely weird, so they decided to take a video for the rest of us. Let's take a look.
cài nhỉ. Qua pua trường thay lại. Dạ.
Đây mà pua phải khảo khảo pua em.
Có khiêu. Pua bê tông. Quá pua tà cài. Ê, pua yang này nè pua, pua xài cô, có cốc. Pua có cốc miền trường buồn. Pua miền trường. Pua ta.
Pua miền trường. Trường buồn.
Pua có cốc miền trường buồn. Cống á. Tầng cá là bao tầng cá được lên không? Đấy, tầng cá đấy nhé. Thôi với em vô anh bên. Cậu. Pui quần thầy pui corona cống pui mình trường ngay pui trường buồn cổng ba này.
I don't even know what to say about this. Is this a snake with 4 legs or a lizard with an extremely long tail? Both options are weird and unusual, and I don't know which is better. Is seeing a snake with legs weirder than seeing a lizard with a long tail? What do you think? Also, have you ever seen something like this before? We're not done with the strange animals yet. We have another one for you, and this time, it's a sea creature. Someone found this incredibly strange sea creature close to the shore, and they took a video of it so they could ask if anyone knows what it is. I'm not really sure what it is, and that's why I brought this video to you, so you could share your theories if you have any. But first, take a look at this video. Some people have said this is a sea slug, but according to my research on sea slugs, they are colorful creatures, not whatever color this creature is. So, except there's some other species of it that I don't know about, this is not a sea slug. Do you have any other ideas on what this could be? Let me know in the comments section. Have you ever seen a possessed person in action before? And I don't mean people that are acting possessed in movies or something like that. I mean an actual, real person that has been possessed. If you haven't, then you're in luck, because that's exactly what's happening in this next video. This man became possessed in a convenience store, and the moment was caught by a CCTV camera. Take a look at this. This is definitely the scariest thing I've seen today. Watching the man go from being normal to acting like a rabid dog is quite scary, and it makes me wonder how the ghosts choose who to possess. Do you know anyone that has been possessed before? Share your stories with us in the comments section. Do you believe that the Illuminati is real? If you don't, this video might just change your mind about it. One thing that members of the Illuminati surely have is powers to do things that regular people can't do, and one of them is teleporting or appearing appearing out of nowhere. A CCTV camera caught this man appearing out of nowhere on a busy street, and it definitely left me in shock. Let's take a look at the video. Even if you were to explain the man's presence as something else, how do you explain the triangle that was spotted not far away from where he appeared? If you think you've seen all the strangest things, then you thought wrong. This next video shows an extremely strange situation, and I have absolutely no explanation or idea as to what might be going on. This man was driving on the road when he noticed that something strange was going on in the car adjacent to his, and he decided to take his camera out and take a video. Take a look at this.
This dude through the mirror, right? And his face is moving, but look at that, his face just moved, but the guy in the mirror is staying the same. Yo, the Matrix is broken.
Once again, I'm in total shock. We can clearly see the guy moving through the roof of his car, but then we can also see his reflection in his car mirror not moving at all. How is that possible? If I'm standing in front of a mirror, every move I make is going to be reflected, because that's how a mirror works, right? So this makes absolutely no sense. This guy must be a supernatural being, or a strange creature in one way or the other. What do you think? You know this video won't be complete without a video of a Bigfoot sighting. This next video is a very valuable one, especially if you've been looking for concrete evidence of Bigfoot existing. This video was taken near Banff National Park, and it shows not one, but 3 Bigfoot, a male, female, and young one. Before we say any more about it, let's take a moment to watch the video. Pay attention to this. Did you see them? This was such a dangerous moment for the man taking the video, and I even felt scared for him at a point. But one thing that's for sure is that this is very real. If you think it's not, then I don't know what else can make you believe. In this video, a very strange and weird occurrence happens. This man went hiking when he noticed something weird on the mountain. There was a sort of cave on the side, and it seemed like someone was watching him from inside them. So he took out his phone and used the camera to zoom in, and what he found was absolutely surprising. Take a look at this. Isn't that really creepy? What's that statue about? Is it even a statue? I keep expecting it to move. How did it get there? I have so many questions, but we might never get the answer to any of them. I'm sure we all know what a werewolf is, but for those who did not watch Twilight, let me quickly explain what it is to you. It's a half-wolf, half-human creature that can switch to either one at will. Sounds like a great superpower, right? They're also known to be super strong and intelligent. The only thing about this amazing creature is that it's fictional, or at least that's what we thought. When you only see something in the movies, you tend to assume it's not real. But what if I told you that werewolves don't only exist in books and movies? What if they are real? You don't have to wonder about that for long, because there is proof that these creatures actually exist. Let's take a look at this video.
Oh shit!
I thought this was car headlights, but it's not. And it's blinking. Oh, that's not car headlights. I'm gonna get a bit closer.
A man was taking a walk in the woods with his girlfriend when they came across a strange creature. At first they wondered what it was, but after studying it for a bit, they determined it was a werewolf. You can see the unnaturally green eyes of this creature. No one has eyes that glow in the dark except werewolves. The most amazing thing is that after growling for a few minutes, the creature just vanished into thin air. I didn't know werewolves could disappear, but that was a great way to find out. What would you do if you saw a werewolf in the woods? Will you run or make videos? Have you ever seen a dead animal moving around? If your answer is no, then you're in luck, because that's exactly what this next video is about. For those that enjoy catching snakes to eat them, this might be your warning to stop messing around with those creatures. This man caught a snake with the intention of eating it. After capturing the snake, he chopped the head and tail off, then drained the blood out of the snake. He also skinned and gutted it in preparation for the cooking. Everything was ready, and all he had to do now was season it and cook it. So imagine how shocked he was when he turned around and discovered the snake moving on the plate.
No head, no tail, no guts, no skin.
It still moves.
That's nuts. That's nuts. Yeah. Slithery snake.
And it wasn't just small movements. The snake was fully moving around on the plate. I bet if that snake was on the floor, it would have traveled a few kilometers. I have no idea how the snake was still able to move after it was skinned and gutted. But what's more concerning is that this man still ate the snake. He seasoned it with oil, garlic, and salt before cooking and eating it. Let me know if you also think snakes are a delicacy. Seeing strange things in the sky is something that takes getting used to, and it seems like there are always strange things up there these days. On a random morning, while people were going about that usual day, someone looked up to the sky and saw what seemed like a man standing in the sky. As you could see in the video, the man in the sky was wearing some sort of white robes, and he stood there with his arms stretched out. Many people who were present and saw the apparition have called it Jesus' second coming because they believe the person standing in the sky is Jesus. To be honest, I don't blame them for this analysis. If you've seen any paintings or pictures of the ascension of Jesus, that's exactly what this video looked like, except the man is just there and not ascending. Others have called it blasphemy against God. Whatever it is, one thing we can all agree on is that it is a strange situation that you could never expect. Every day, we uncover new situations and new proof that aliens are real. Today, we have another one. In Peru, a group of grave robbers decided it was time to go about their daily profession of digging up graves to rob them of anything valuable. They headed to the Nazca cave for their next mission and started digging up graves as usual. But when they came to one particular grave, they saw something they didn't expect to see. Something more valuable than gold and silver. Let's take a look. Seeing a blue alien in a grave was very shocking to them, and they knew they had to share it with the rest of the world. If you look closely, you can see the position of the arm of the alien change every time the light is shown directly at it. What do you think about this new discovery? Are you heading to Peru to search for more aliens? I have seen some strange things, but what happens in this next video is the definition of strange. On October 31st, 2015, a man named Brian Notetail was in Nova Scotia exploring the woods. He had his camera out and was looking around the area when he noticed that something strange was happening. After looking closely at the ground for a few minutes, he discovered that the earth was breathing. I know it sounds absurd, but watch this video and see for yourself. Brian must have thought the idea of the earth breathing was insane as well, because he moved to another area of the woods, only to discover the same thing happening there as well. There's no other way to explain the movement the earth was making except that it was breathing. The movements were too calm and subtle to be the result of an earthquake or some other natural disaster. I definitely agree with Brian's description. We already know that a very large percent of strange experiences happen at night, but this experience is more than strange. It's scary. In Poland, a man was riding his scooter at night when he saw something that made him stop in the middle of the road. He was on his way home from work, and he was very tired, so his first reaction was to wonder if he was seeing things. But even after blinking repeatedly for a few seconds, the creature he saw did not disappear like he thought it would. This was when he got his camera out and started filming.
रिकॉर्ड कर नहीं दिखाता रिकॉर्ड कर नहीं दिखाता
I have no idea what that creature could be. It looks like a ghost and an alien all at the same time. What's scary about this is how the creature just keeps walking to its destination without minding anything around it. It seems to just be having the time of its life. If I were this man, I would consider going back to work because there's no way I'm driving past that unknown creature. I've always said that large bodies of water probably contain the strangest things because there's so much space to hide. And this video just proved me right. After watching this video, you might want to reconsider swimming in lakes and rivers because you never know what you may find there. This man suspected that there was more than just fishes inside this river, and he decided to try out his theory by throwing a handful of bait into the water just to see what would happen. This was the shocking response from the water. I know some of you are about to say that it was probably a fish that jumped that way, but I completely disagree. I don't think there's any kind of fish that could create such a reaction in the water. If you know of any, mention them in the comments section. I think it was an unknown creature that got triggered by the baits that were thrown, and I'm not sure I want to know what that creature is anyway. It seems scary enough in the water. Still on strange things, this next video shows us just how weird the world is, but this time we're on land. On a normal afternoon, this weird creature came out to the middle of the road and proceeded to walk through the road like everything was normal. The creature looked like a woman wearing a hijab, but it had 4 legs and was walking in a way no human has ever been seen walking. Enough of the talking. Let's show you the video.
Did I get city still?
Voilà, meu! Qu'est-ce que c'est ce truc de fou, oh?
Strange, right? I don't understand what is being said in the video, but I'm sure the men are expressing their surprise at seeing such a thing in broad daylight. This is something I'd expect to see at night, and not in the middle of the road on a random afternoon. The creature just keeps moving, while expertly dodging the other people on the busy road, and it looks like it's not its first time. If you have any ideas what this creature is, please enlighten the rest of us in the comments section. Have you ever wished to have a superpower? I know I definitely have. Well, it turns out some people people actually have superpowers and are living the dream life. It also turns out that Russia is the home of all these people who have superpowers. The other day, we found a flying girl in Russia. Now, we're about to see a girl with super strength in the same country. At first, this girl looked like an ordinary schoolgirl who was trying to get herself in order before she got to school. But when she mistakenly kicked her brush under a car, she showed that she wasn't so ordinary. Take a look at this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but even the strongest man in the world cannot lift a car with one hand. There's no explanation for what this girl just did except that she has superpowers. When she doesn't find the brush that way, she calmly puts the car back in place, then pushes it without any real effort. That kind of strength doesn't come naturally. Even though I've always wished for teleportation as my superpower, I definitely wouldn't complain if I had this one. Do you know what a rake is? When I say rake, I'm not referring to the popular farm tool we all know. I'm talking about a paranormal creature. A rake is a creature that looks like a skeleton, but moves around with more strength and speed than a grown man. It usually hangs around in abandoned houses and dark places, and it is quite a scary sight to come across. Different people all around the world have reported sightings of a rake, and now we have another one for you. This time, the rake wasn't seen in an abandoned building, but in a residential home with CCTV camera. Let's take a look. You can see the rake jump down the stairs with agility and then destroy the light. This just goes to confirm the well-known fact that rakes prefer to be in the dark. Have you ever seen a rake before? Let me know your experiences in the comments section. We're wrapping up today with a video of a flooded tree. A farmer noticed that one of his trees wasn't doing well. No matter what he did or added to the tree, it just wasn't producing as it should have. After trying for a long time, he decided to give up on the tree and cut it down. But when he made the first cut, he was surprised to see water flowing out the tree. I know this sounds very bizarre, but watch this video.
This has been pouring for a minute. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Loco. A waterfall. Oh, wow. Wow. That's something else right there. Good old sweet gums. Man.
The dirty water flowed out the tree with speed, and it went on for a while before it finally ended. The farmer eventually found out that the top of the tree had rotted, allowing water to get into the tree and accumulate over time. After draining all the water out, the farmer has decided to give it another chance, hoping that the reason it wasn't thriving was all the water stuck inside it. I have to say, this was the perfect ending to our list of strange happenings today. If you don't believe in aliens, then this video might just convince you otherwise. And for those who believe in aliens, this might be the proof you need to convince all your friends you're not crazy. In Russia, 2 men saw something bizarre in a snowfield. They were hanging out outside, enjoying the fresh air, when they noticed that something wasn't right. It looked like a wreckage had happened, so they started fishing around the area to see if they would find anything weird, and they did. They saw a dead alien.
Вот его там нашли, короче, ну, смотри. Пойдем. Где нашли? Вон, видишь. Сейчас сюда проходим, смотри. Вон она, сука, безобразие лежит. Сейчас, погоди. Да вот, ебать, часа 2 назад, хули, ебаный. Собака, хули, унюхала, сука. И все, мы хули, думаю, что за нахуй лежит? Смотри, да я хуй знаю, погоди, смотри. Вообще, ебать, что за нахуй ты? Ну, это понятно, что дохлый. Да хлеб, короче, лежит. Она не та же планета. Главное, сейчас дохлетел. Ноги хули нету, ебаный, что? Вообще как это ебать день непонятное. Неделю лежит, наверное, тут.
There's no way this isn't real. It looks exactly just like I would think an alien looks like, except it's way smaller than expected. If I was going to make a fake video of an alien, I would make the alien look really big, or at least the size of a human. I think that is a real alien, and maybe it died because its UFO crashed. The body of the alien also looks really detailed. I'm very excited about this video, and I'm sure you are too. Still on the matter of weird creatures, we're about to see another of the weird creatures that exist in this world. This one is called a stick bug, at least according to science. I like to think of it as a weird alien animal. Take a look at this. I've never seen anything that looks like this before. It's like a mixture between a weird-looking butterfly and a scorpion, and it is also beautiful in a weird kind of way. Apparently, stick bugs are creatures that have a defense mechanism that makes them act like scorpions, so they pretend to be scorpions in order to scare predators and enemies away. One thing I can say about these creatures is that they are very weird for sure. How can you look like a butterfly but act like a scorpion? I guess some things will just remain unexplainable at the end of the day. You're about to realize that being kind might not always pay off. Maybe it's better to just be on your own and mind your business sometimes. After what happened in this video, this woman might never extend a helping hand to anyone ever again. On this fateful night, she was passing through a street when she heard what sounded like a young lady weeping. It was raining and the woman was very worried, so she went out of her way to check up on the crying lady. When she got closer, she could see that the lady was sitting in front of a hole in the ground, weeping profusely. At first glance, it looked like she was mourning someone dear to her. Still worried about this young lady, the woman tapped her multiple times, asking her to come out of the rain. But when the lady turned back to face the woman, she saw something she never expected. Watch this.
Siapa? Ngapain? Kok nangis di sini? Kamu siapa? Nggak tahu. Kenapa? Kok makin kencang sih? Hujan loh ini. Yuk masuk yuk. Siapa ini? Kenapa? Yuk masuk yuk. Kena hujan nanti, kena hujan. Yuk kena hujan yuk. Ayo yuk. Kena hujan nanti. Yuk masuk yuk. Ayo masuk. Masuk ayo. Kenapa? Kamu kenapa?
How scary is that? Imagine just trying to help someone in distress and being surprised like this. It's clear that the crying lady is a ghost, and the hole she was crying over is probably where she was buried. From the way her face looks, you can assume she had a violent death, and that's why she's stuck in this world, refusing to move on. This must have been a truly terrifying experience for the poor woman who just wanted to help. I'm sure running into a ghost was the last thing she expected. What do you think about this whole experience? Imagine driving and seeing a huge hole in the ground. Well, that's what happened in the next video we're about to see. This man was driving through a tunnel when he saw a huge hole in the ground that shocked him and made him stop his car in the middle of the road. He sat there for a few minutes wondering if he was seeing things or if it was truly a hole in the ground. But when another car drove past him and stopped just before the hole, he could confirm that he wasn't seeing things and something was actually wrong, or at least that's what it looked like. Turns out things were not actually as they seemed. Let's watch this.
Holy fuck, bro. I almost just went in this on-ramp. There's no signs blocking it off, and I thought I was fucking high. That's just a pit on the on-ramp. What the fuck? They don't have this shit blocked off or nothing. Watch, this guy's coming. There's a guy coming behind me.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. Oh, is he gonna fucking go? Holy shit. Oh, it's water. I am high. I'm not actually high, but holy fuck, bro. It looks like a pit, doesn't it? Shit, it's water. Motherfucker. I thought they just carved out a hole. I'm tripping. Woo! Alright.
So, it wasn't actually a hole, but a puddle that gave the illusion of being a hole. I can't blame this man for being confused, because I was fooled as well. Some people have said that a puddle that big might not just be a puddle, but a sinkhole. Maybe drivers need to be careful when going through that road. What did you think when watching this video? Were you confused as well? This next video is going to show you a strange phenomenon that happened in the sky. On a random day, a person noticed a light dancing in between the clouds and was very curious as to what was going on. So he got his camera out and decided to take a video of the sky. At first glance, it looks like it's just the sun being covered by the clouds. But as time goes on, the light starts to move in ways that the sun has never been seen moving. Let's take a look. Strange, right? There's no way that the sun is moving like that. It's just not possible. At some point, the light even looks like a really bright fire. I have no idea what else a bright presence like that in the sky could be, apart from the sun, but I guess that's why we're calling it a strange phenomenon. Do you have any idea where that light could be coming from? Let me know in the comments section. Did you know that there's something called a millipede river? It might sound like something out of this world, but it's actually a fascinating real-world sight that can only be found in special parts of the world. This millipede river comes about when thousands of millipedes move together in the same direction, usually when they're relocating. Because of the slow and segmented movements of these millipedes, this mass movement ends up looking like a dark, flowing river. A tourist in Taiwan was lucky enough to see a millipede river while exploring the woods. Let's take a look. While a millipede river can be fascinating, it can also be kind of creepy and disturbing. Scientists are still not sure why exactly these millipede rivers exist, especially as millipedes are usually solitary insects. There have been different theories about why the mass movement happens, and while some people think it's because of a change in environment and the need to find new food sources, some think they only move because it's mating season. There are no specific places where you can find a millipede river in real life. It only happens once in a while and in different places, so it's a matter of luck. But if you're determined to see one, you could start from Taiwan, which is where this video was taken. This final video is a gem. We might have just found where the aliens on Earth live. In southern Brazil, residents in a village were going about their day when they saw something truly surprising. In this village, there is an island that nobody ever goes to because it's full of hills and basically impossible to get to. In fact, no human has been to the island for as long as the villagers have been around. So they were very shocked when they looked in the distance one day and there were people roaming on the hill. What was even more shocking was that these people were so big that the villagers could almost see them clearly, even from a very far distance. A normal-sized human would have looked no bigger than an ant from such a distance. Watch this.
Ó, ele tá no meio do morro. Olha ele ali, olha ele no meio do morro.
Ele vai ser muito camufladão,
A gente tá 1,5 km daqui, né? Olha só, ele tá descendo agora. Ele tá descendo.
Gente, é muito rápido.
Cara, menos de 1 minuto. Olha só.
Não, gente, vamos lá, mãe. Vamos.
Não, olha lá. Que como que se fosse um macaco? Tá conseguindo ver ele ainda?
Aham.
Em direção a essa pedra aqui.
Tá no zoom máximo aqui.
Continua descendo. Cara, faz 2 minutos que ele desceu do topo.
Ele desceu muito rápido.
Olha as passadas dele, o tamanho.
E ele tem trilha?
Não. Putz, é um gigante. Eu tô vendo aí, eu tô vendo. É um gigante mesmo.
Ele foi descendo.
É um gigante mesmo. Não, ele vai pra algum lugar, velho. É.
Gente, olha o tamanho do cara lá.
Olha a rapidez. Olha a rapidez. Caiu atrás da pedra.
Everything about this situation is quite strange, and I can see why the villagers think those are aliens living on that hill. I also agree with this theory. If you think those are just regular humans, then how did they get to an island that is impossible to get to? And how do they still seem so big from a far distance? If you have answers to these questions, put them in the comments section. Have you ever been to the beach at night, only to find that the sand and the water are glowing blue? It's usually so shiny that it almost looks like millions of stars dropped from the sky into the water, like something from a fairy tale. Not many people have been lucky enough to witness this amazing sight in person. In fact, some people don't even know that it is a thing. These group of friends went to a beach at night and were lucky enough to see this, and even play in the water. Let's take a look.
Whoa, check out this bioluminescent algae in the sand. Oh wow.
Like that's like.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yes.
What the heck? What the heck? Oh, dude, you're glowing so much. So much. Oh, it's so glowy. Wow, Raya, it looks so cool.
Can you see it like around us?
Yeah.
As you can see, the water and the sand looks like something out of this world. Science has explained this phenomenon to be caused by something called bioluminescent algae, which are tiny magical organisms that light up when disturbed and paint the ocean with a blue glow. That seems out of this world. Even though there is a perfectly reasonable scientific explanation for this magical creature, I think that if something seems out of this world, then it is probably not from this world. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you think. As for where these bioluminescent algae can be found, you might want to explore the beaches in Puerto Rico for them. We're moving to Mexico in this next video, where we will witness something truly terrifying. But today's horror does not come from ghosts or aliens. It comes from a flock of birds. Yes, you heard that right. You're about to be shocked out of your mind by a flock of birds. Somewhere in Mexico, a CCTV camera placed on the street caught a flock of birds crashing to the ground unexpectedly, and nothing could prepare you for how absurd the incident was. Let's take a look. Scary, right? What could have made such a large number of birds fall from the sky like that? It seemed like they were stunned or dazed by something in the sky, and it made them fall for a few seconds. You can see that they fell with so much force that it took some of them a lot of time to get back up to the sky, and some of the birds never even got up. I really wonder what caused those birds to fall that way. Do you have any theories about this? Let me know in the comments section. We all know that the clouds in the sky don't have a specific shape or form. They are irregular and can look like different things at different times. But one thing we're all confident about when it comes to the clouds is that they are always white. They might be irregular in shape, but their color is always the same. Although the shade of white might change depending on the weather, it's still always white. But what if you saw a red cloud? In the Caribbean, a weird cloud formation was spotted in the sky. And not only was the shape of this cloud weirder than usual, the color was also very strange. Take a look at this.
Well, I don't know what this is. Something going on up in the sky. Like red clouds. Wow. Behind all the other clouds.
Crazy, right? While this might not mean anything, a lot of people have said that it could also be a sign of aliens. What do you think? We have a lineup of paranormal incidents for you today, and this one is going to get you thinking. These two girls were hanging out with their other friends in the woods, and part of it was jumping from a ledge into a small river. It was supposed to be a simple activity, designed to help everyone have fun, but after the first girl jumped, nobody was really interested in having fun anymore. Here's a look at what happened.
Ready, Kayla? Yes. Grace, go, I'm filming. Holy
What exactly did the girl hit before falling into the water? It looked like there was an invisible force holding her up for a moment before she eventually dropped into the water. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely not jumping into a water with invisible beings. Have you ever seen a waterfall coming from the sky? We all have an idea of where you find waterfalls. It's usually from mountains and not from the sky. The water that comes from the sky is rain. Now, if you were paying attention in science class, then you'll remember that rain comes from the clouds bursting when they become too heavy, and rain is just water droplets that evaporated from the earth. So seeing what is equivalent to a river falling from the sky is definitely unusual, but that's exactly what's happening in this next video. Let's take a look.
Nó có chạy vô không? Chạy hả?
Anh em! Sang vô! Sang vô!
Lợi lực luôn á, muốn sập luôn á, chỗ nó này. Rồi mấy người đứng muốn sập luôn nữa. Cao ghê.
How strange. How do you explain such an amount of water falling from the sky? And more than that, it's only pouring in one spot. Let me know your theories about this in the comments section. For those of you who don't believe in ghosts, I want you to know that I'm not giving up on you. I'm going to keep trying to convince you that they're real. And this video is a huge part of my efforts. 11 years ago, this man visited a tourist attraction in England named Longleat House. This house is one of the most famous examples of high Renaissance architecture in Britain. And apart from the impressive house, there's also a safari park, beautiful gardens, and a maze you can get lost in. It's definitely an interesting place to visit, and this man did not want to miss out. The only downside of this house is that it's been rumored to have some ghosts in it. As usual, many people didn't believe this, and this man was one of them. Imagine his shock when he came across one while he was there. Let's take a look. There are so many creepy parts to this video. First is the shadow without an owner, then the creepy footsteps. That house is definitely haunted, and as beautiful as it is, I don't think I'll be visiting. When we talk about strange creatures, they're almost always some sort of animal or some other weird looking things. But today, our strange creature looks just like us. Yes, our strange creature is a human, or at least looks like one. I'm almost convinced that aliens actually look just like us, and this video is only supporting that theory. Watch this.
Okay, everybody, it's a normal hand. Very normal. Do it. Oh, god damn it. That hurt your fist?
How in the world did he do that? That is not natural in any way, shape, or form. Do you know anybody else that can do that? Maybe they're aliens too. Let me know if you can do this. You see that? I'm so excited to see real proof that mermaids exist. Do you think this video is real? Have you ever heard of something called crown shyness? It's also known as canopy disengagement, canopy shyness, or intercrown spacing. If you know nothing about it, don't worry, that's why I'm here. Crown shyness is a very fascinating natural phenomenon where the canopies of some tree species grow in a way that their leaves and branches avoid touching one another. What this creates is a beautiful and intricate pattern in the forest canopy that looks like something from another world. If you're having a hard time visualizing what it looks like, then take a look at this video.
Because they are still small. Even the British who planted the trees here, they didn't know. We attract so many people here to see the crown shyness.
Same species.
Yeah, same species. Same species. This one is the same species. If you plant another species, different species, then you won't see this character.
I'm sure we can all agree that it's a really beautiful sight. The weird thing about this, though, is that no one can really explain why it happens. Even the scientists are not entirely sure. Crown shyness is usually seen in tree species like eucalyptus, Dryobalanops, and some pines. If you worship the Hindu goddess Lord Kali, or you know anyone that does, then pay extra attention to this video. This video has been referred to as a miracle video by the person who took it, and many others that have watched it before now. When you watch it, you'll most likely have the same opinion. This man went to the temple to pray and decided to take some videos before he left, but he was shocked to his bones when he noticed that the goddess's eyes were following him as he was taking the video. Let's watch this. I didn't ever imagine something like this could actually happen until I watched this video. It's creepy and amazing at the same time. What do you think? Did you know that not all waters mix together? When a river flows into another, or when one body of water meets another, you'd expect that they'd immediately mix together. But that's not the case at the Gulf of Alaska. Before I explain why, take a look at this video. Amazing, right? The Gulf of Alaska is where the North Pacific Ocean meets the southeastern coastline of Alaska. The water from Alaska is glacial meltwater, while the water from the Pacific Ocean is salt water. Because of the difference in salinity and density, these two bodies of water don't immediately mix when they meet each other. Instead, they create a striking visual effect. The water in the Gulf of Alaska is usually two different shades of blue. However, it is occasionally browner due to high amounts of iron during warmer seasons. This is definitely one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Have you ever seen the Gulf of Alaska in person? Let me know in the comments section. Time for us to go back to seeing some strange creatures. On the 9th of July 2018, two men found a humanoid creature floating alive on the shore of a beach in China. Take a look at this. This creature is surely the definition of strange. While the man who was the first to see the creature is holding it up to show his friend, you can see the creature moving its legs. There are so many strange things about this creature, from its human-like head and its weird-looking arms and legs. Some people think that this could be a mutated starfish or a new species of sea life. I think this is some sort of alien. I mean, since when did fishes start looking like humans? There's no way that thing is just a fish. Still speaking of weird-looking fishes, here's another one for you. Between the last video and this one, I honestly can't tell you which one is weirder. I'll leave you to decide that for yourself. Watch this. This fish looks like something out of The Little Mermaid, but it also looks like something out of my nightmares. I can't decide if it's cute or scary yet. All I know is that it's weird. Fishes don't look like that. At least, none that I've ever seen. It looks like it could start speaking at any moment. What's going on in the depths of the ocean? I have no idea about that. All I know is that if all fishes start to look like that, I can say for sure that I'm becoming vegan. Aliens are real, and they're arriving on Earth more frequently than before. In recent years, there have been multiple sightings of strange lights seen in the sky. These lights are very unusual, and they dance around in the sky and have some strange movements that regular lights are incapable of. The most recent of these sightings happened on the 28th of November, 2024, and the location was Hertfordshire, UK. Take a look at this. I think we can all agree that it's very strange to see something like this. What's even stranger is the fact that all over the world, different people have reported this exact same incident. From Texas to Glasgow, and even Brazil, these lights are being seen. If you have any other explanations for it except aliens, do let me know in the comments section. This next video will give you goosebumps and make your skin crawl. At the Eisenhower State Park, near the Oklahoma border, something really weird was found. The rangers of the park were going about their day early in the morning when they noticed clumps of earthworms in the road. You wouldn't understand how strange this is until you watch it, so take a look at this. Let's start with the fact that earthworms aren't usually found in the middle of the road. Then, let's also talk about the fact that earthworms aren't exactly social animals. When you put all these together, it's very strange to see clumps of maybe thousands of earthworms all over each other in the middle of the road. There are different theories as to why this happened, but I want to hear what you think.